Welcome to another episode of Underground Spotlight here at Forge Master Metal Reviews. This is the place where you get the most out of your metal. This is one of our favorite segments, and we know it's one of yours too.
There's nothing quite like gearing up for another adventure in the darkest, grossest crypts of Bandcamp, where we know awesome metal riches await us. If you dig metal content like this, smash that like button for us and hit subscribe if you're new.
Dust off your tome of spells and summon your familiars. Mine's a bear cub. Let's get into our favorite metal albums of Bandcamp.
Seven Spires, the Gods of Debauchery, released on September 11th on Frontiers Music. Kind of a ballsy move to release an album on September 11th, but, you know, whatever.
Not if you're Mariah Carey, though.
What if Seven Spires and Mariah Carey did a...
Dude.
They don't need her. They don't need her. Adrian's got it covered. Yeah, it's true. It's rare, though, that I find a metal album that's so well constructed that I need to listen to the whole damn thing front to back. These Berkeley graduates are back since their last album, Emerald Seas, with a theatrical extreme metal fury full of romance, dark passion, and mysticism. This album concludes the trilogy of good versus evil, and there's a grandiose scale covered by all the musicians, between the soaring clean and brutal harsh vocals of Adrian to the wonderfully melodic guitar and bass work to the extreme precision of the drums. Every single thing on this album has fucking purpose. It's one of the best records that they've done to date. It's kind of hard for me to pick actually which one my favorite is. I think it's going to be this one. A total beast of a record in the symphonic metal landscape. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5.
Dr. Smoke, Dreamers, and the Dead. These Ohio-based doomsters have waited 7 years between their debut and their newest sophomore album, Dreamers and the Dead. It was released early September on Ripple Music. 7 years is a pretty long time between full lengths, but you know what? I think these guys have waited, and they did it appropriately. They came out when the iron was right to strike. It's almost as if Megadeth and Candlemass had a little baby, a little toddler running around. At 42 minutes and 46 seconds, it is very well paced. Dr. Smoke delivers a fresh take in the new wave traditional heavy metal scene, a fantastic mashup of doom, thrash, and heavy metal. 4.5 out of 5 skeletal bong rips. Be sure to check this one out.
If you had a baby between Megadeth and Candlemass, what would you call it? Would it be Mega Mass or Candle Death?
Yeah, probably Candle Death.
Candle Death is fucking sick. Someone start that band, Candle Death. Black Mass, Feast of the Forbidden Tree, released September 10th on Redefining Darkness Records. Anyone else starting to realize that Redefining Darkness are just fucking killing it with releases lately? We certainly are. One thing we always say on this channel to new bands is you need to kill it with your album art. And man, Black Mass found a killer fucking artist to do this cover art. Mike Hoffman fucking knocked it out of the park. Amazing stuff here. Our friends from Boston know how to throw down some killer thrash metal, reminiscent of the Kill 'Em All days of Metallica, but unafraid to experiment with punk rock and the new wave of British heavy metal territory. Thrash is one of those genres, though, that seems to be following that route of if it's not broke, then don't fucking fix it, and Black Mass know how to capture all of the nostalgia of the genre and make it feel thrashy fresh. The analog production kicks things up a notch, especially with the atmosphere. It's a great listen if you love those old school vibes of thrash and heavy metal. Giving this one 3.5 out of 5 Forbidden Fruits.
LA newcomers, the Mosaic Window, have released their debut EP, Hollow. It is a 25-minute independently released record. Despite the band clearly searching for their sound, they have it very well put together. There's a lot of great melodic structure and a variety of moods and feels, while remaining very rooted in the melodic death metal territory. It kind of reminds me of like the mid-2000s kind of melodic death metalcore mashup with some really cool moments. I'm really enjoying this record. There are some unfitting vocal effects that really don't match the vibe, but overall I think this music is really cool. This is a strong EP, reaching 4.3 out of 5 exorcised demons.
How do you exercise your demons? Do you use a Stairmaster?
Yeah, Stairmaster all the way.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Sweat all day, I'll just go away.
Yeah, that's how you get them out.
Stairs.
Speaking of demons coming out, Sermon of Flames, I Have Seen the Light, and it was Repulsive. Released September 3rd on Voidhanger Records. I didn't think I was going to dig this record, but I'm fucking glad that I gave this thing a spin. This album is violent, relentless, brutal, all the things that mean the same thing to make this sentence longer, and beautifully dissonant. Sure, this album has its flaws, and there's some sections where I thought to myself, all right, guys, fucking move on. But there's some moments where this band absolutely blew my fucking mind. They leverage vicious black metal vibes, noise, electronic elements, and make an absolutely filthy blend of unholy chaos. If you dig the vibes of bands like Portal, but on the end of like, hey, let's actually write songs with it, this is absolutely for you if you're looking for more. 3.5 out of 5, Impaled Angels.
Chilean multi-instrumentalist Sergio Gonzalez has been hella busy this year, releasing 2 full-length records with only a few months in between. The melodic death doom scene has been kinda quiet this year compared to last. Some good records, but nothing really groundbreaking. This record, unfortunately, falls into the category of another good one. Sergio really has a finger on the pulse of what makes his music powerful. Like many solo acts, though, his formula does start to become a little bit predictable. I still need to spin Let Me Drown With You. That was Rise to the Sky's March release. I'm still waiting to really connect with the Rise to the Sky record. This one is pretty good though, so I'm gonna give it 4.3, Transcending Vessels.
Portrait, At One With None. I don't really know how that makes sense, but it does. This album fucking rules. Released September 3rd on Metal Blade Records. I'm gonna start with that I have an absolute adoration of King Diamond, so when I heard Portrait, I was immediately addicted to this album. This band reminds me of the best days of King Diamond and Iced Earth rolled up into one tasty Swedish metal, Swedish fish package. I don't know why it has to be Swedish fish, but it is. I love the choice to keep the sad boy tone, though, throughout every song on the album. Despite that old school heavy metal flavor, that little tinge of sadness, fucking awesome. The only ding that I would give this album, and it's kind of a bummer, is the lackluster and heavily compressed production, but goddamn, the songs on this record slay. Songs are great first, production second, so giving this album 3.5 out of 5. Nightmare Wanderers, fucking great album, check it out.
And what were your favorite picks from Bandcamp? If you haven't, hit the like button and subscribe if you're new.
Go with the gods, forge masters, beware the wolves at night. We'll see you guys next time.
Let's go.